Every single week, you wake up Monday morning, you go to work, you spend your 40 hours at work. At the end of the week, maybe you get your paycheck. Maybe you get $500. If you're lucky, you get $500. After taxes, after all your deductions, everything, you'll be lucky to make $500 that week. But the owner, the CEO, the person that's running your company, they're making thousands of dollars. Not a little bit, they're making thousands. So, what I want to tell you today is, I want to explain to you why, from my perspective, why I will never work a 9-to-5 job ever again, and you shouldn't either. So if you've been thinking about quitting your 9-to-5 job, if you hate your 9-to-5 job, if you are not happy personally, then you need to watch this video. So stay tuned. So to kind of give you a little bit of information on where I come from, okay, from my standpoint, let me actually tell you two different stories. Okay, both are from me personally. So when I was 16 years old, I was 16 years old for both these stories. One, I was working at a packing shed. The other one, I was working at Macy's. You've probably heard of Macy's before. They're a pretty big chain. Anyway, so the first one, I was working at a packing shed. I was making like some cherry boxes or something, or apple boxes, whatever it was. And I was making these boxes. One of the issues that I had is that, I was doing all my work, everything was going great, but then it was break time. Okay, I needed to do 5 more boxes in order to ship out that pallet or that load or whatever it was. I don't know what it's called. That was many years ago. But I had 5 more boxes to make. And the floor manager said no, I couldn't make these boxes. Everybody had to be off the floor. I couldn't be touching any machines. I need to be over in the break room. So in order to, just because I had to stick to their rules, okay, that they made, obviously for safety or whatever reasons, I couldn't be as efficient as possible, finish these 5 boxes, send out that pallet or load, and then the next department, next division that had that would have it right then. It wouldn't have to wait 15 minutes for after my break. And then I do the 5 boxes. So that was one issue that I had is, okay, I'm gonna work for you. I'm trying to do the best I can, but you are not allowing me to be efficient. You are not allowing me to be as effective as possible. And that was an issue that I had. Second issue that I had with this particular job is they told me when I had to clock in, when I had to clock out. I couldn't clock in more than 2.5 minutes before my shift started, which was at 7 o'clock. Mind you, I only worked at this place for like 2 days. And so it's not really a job, but I still count as one because I did receive a paycheck. So the first day I clock in, I'm late. Why am I late? I'm late by like 2 minutes because there was a whole line of people that had to clock in on this one computer for everybody in this entire warehouse. Now, I hated that. Okay, I didn't understand, and I was working there just because, my girlfriend worked there. That was the only reason. So I'm working there, and I absolutely hated this. Then to clock out, same thing. I clocked out probably 4 or 5 minutes late because I didn't know it was time to clock out. No one told me. Because I guess, being that I was new, that you're supposed to figure out, you're supposed to look, see the clock or whatever, and at 5 o'clock, it's time to go. You go. At 5 o'clock, shut everything down, and you're gone. Gone for the day. So, you got between 5 and 5:02 and 30 seconds to clock out, or you're actually getting into a little bit of overtime. It's like, okay, so I need to watch the clock, so probably, 4:50, I gotta start watching the clock. I need to make sure, okay, it's 4:58, 4:59, 5 o'clock, I need to go. So the last 10 minutes, I'm not being effective. It's like, seriously, as a business owner now, I look at this and be like, that is stupid. Okay, so that was my vision back then. Now, it's even more clear, that was just as stupid now as it was back then. Let's talk about Macy's. I was 16 years old. I was a men's sales associate. I was selling men's clothing, men's suits, stuff like that. And I didn't mind this job because I liked the discount that I got. The thing that I had an issue with is they would constantly send me to some other department that I had no clue how to sell any of this stuff. I had no clue how to answer people's questions. And they told me, just figure it out. Here's the reason why I had an issue with this. They sent me over to baby. I was selling baby clothes, baby toys, baby products. This is me at 16 years old. Not me now that has 2 kids and would know what to say. This was me at 16 years old trying to sell baby clothes. Oh, you have this little baby coming in, little toddler. Oh, here, give them this. Looks like a swimsuit. Here, give them this. This should be good for the wintertime. I don't know. Okay, so things like that. It's Why would you send somebody to a place that they have no reason to even be there? They have no skill set in that section, in that department. They also sent me over to lingerie, to women's underwear, panties, all that stuff, bras, whatever. And they said, just man this counter for the day. Okay, great. You know how many people actually asked for my help? 0. The reason why 0 people asked for my help is because who is going to come up to a 16-year-old male and ask them for help on their bra size, help them to find a certain size of underwear or whatever, or maybe a color or a fabric? Nobody. Nobody's going to do that. So you send somebody over to women's lingerie and be like, hey, man this counter, get sales, make us productive, make us money. No, that's not going to happen. So that just showed me in my mind, these people are stupid. They have no clue what they're even doing, no clue what they're talking about, because they obviously can't run a business. So those are 2 stories that I have, personal stories that I have, of reasons why you should not be working a 9-to-5 job, because honestly, they really don't have your best interest at heart, and in most cases, they honestly don't have the company's best interest at heart as well. And if nobody has the company, or the main priority is the company, the business is gonna fail. This is one of the main reasons I became an entrepreneur. Number 1, because I can trust myself. If anybody out there can trust somebody, it should be themselves. Look in the mirror, because that's the one person you should be able to trust without a doubt. Okay? The second reason I became an entrepreneur is because I knew my work ethic should be tied to results. Okay? The results that I get, okay, let's say I'm making, I'm selling all this stuff and making lots of money, great. That should be what dictates the amount of money I take home, not the amount of hours I put in. So if you're trading your time, your hours for money, you have things backwards. Because honestly, more results should equal more money. Not more time equals more money. Now I want to ask you, before I get a little bit further along, is do you have any stories on why you decided to become an entrepreneur? If you haven't decided to become an entrepreneur yet, then what are you waiting for? What is holding you back? Is it the time commitment? Is it money? Don't tell me it's not the right time. Honestly, there is no good time to become an entrepreneur. The best time to become an entrepreneur, actually, is right now. Actually, it was a second ago. Oh, a second ago. And another second ago. It's right now. The time to become an entrepreneur is right now. Why? Because you're thinking about it. Because 9-to-5 job is probably not for you. Yes, you are doing it. You are working your 9-to-5 job to make ends meet, to make money, pay your bills. And I have no issues with that. If you are working your 9-to-5 job because you see that as a stepping stone to get ahead in life, great. Do exactly what you're doing. Okay? But if you see your 9-to-5 job as it's holding you back, it's preventing you from doing better, to seeing more results in your life, then you need to do something about it. Now here is my power tip to you. Okay? There's a little story behind it as well, so just bear with me. So I asked 25 of my students, how long did it take you to create your online business? Now each one of them answered, and everybody had different answers. The times really varied. So one person told me it only took me about 11 hours to create my business. Great, perfect. The other person told me it took them about 3 months. Okay. And I started to dig in a little bit why did it take you so long, whatever. Anyway, so long story short, on average, those 25 students, it took them about 3 weeks or 120 hours to create their online business. Let me break it down a little bit further for you as well. So if you were to make an income of $11 an hour, which is the minimum rate in Washington State and I think in Massachusetts, right now in 2017. So if you made the minimum wage of $11, that means you made $1,320, okay, in 3 weeks, okay, in 120 hours. That doesn't account for taxes. That doesn't account for any of your deductions. So this is what I want to address. Would you trade $1,300 for a lifetime of income from your business? If the answer is yes, then why haven't you done so? So if that means you take 2 or 3 weeks off from your 9-to-5 job, I know a lot of jobs you can't do that, but if you could, would you do it? If you could spend 2 hours every single day, and on Saturday and Sunday you spend 8 hours, okay, so you're in it 26 hours every single week, would you do that? Would you invest that time in order to have a lifetime income from whatever business it is that you start? Answer that. Think about it. Most people that I ask this question to, they start to think about it and be like, wow, I thought it would be more. I thought I'd be losing tens of thousands of dollars to start a business. Now, let me just address something really quick before all you guys jump in the comments, be like, hey, that it takes longer than that. There's more to it. Yes, there is. You actually have to learn the business that you're going to be in. So if you can do affiliate marketing, you gotta start learning about it. If you can do website design or social media marketing, or you're going to get into maybe you're going to start a social fan page or website or whatever it is. Okay, I don't care what you start. It needs to be a passion of yours, but let's say you start something. It probably takes you, a couple weeks, a few months, maybe years to learn the information that you need to actually jump forward and actually move on with that idea. But I asked people that were already students of mine, okay, that already had an idea of what they wanted to do. And each one of them told me different, amounts of time, days, hours, weeks, months, whatever. And that's what I want to address, is that from the time they knew exactly what they wanted to do, it took them an average of 120 hours or 3 weeks. So just know, if you have an idea that it's been running through your head and you want to actually, physically do it, make some money and make this your life, make this your business, go for it. 2 to 3 weeks is about normal for people to actually start to see results. And now let's say they start a website. What this could mean is, okay, they're going to start this website. In 2 or 3 weeks, they're already getting traffic. They have content going up. Maybe they're making a little bit of money. It doesn't mean you're going to be profitable on day one. It just means 2 to 3 weeks later, you should start to see some results. Now, I want to address one more thing as to why I will never work a 9-to-5 job ever again. And that is because when I'm working, when somebody's paying me hourly, what I'm doing is I'm funding their dreams. Okay, I gave up on my dreams so much to let somebody else have theirs. Is it worth it to you to give up on your dream, to give up on your lifestyle, to give up on your family, on your future, to fund somebody else's dream, to have them, go and buy another supercar, to buy another house in the, up in, in the Hamptons, or, down on the beach in Malibu or wherever? It doesn't matter what it is. Do you hate yourself so much that you want to give up on your dreams in order to fund somebody else's? If you do, entrepreneurship just isn't for you. If you love yourself enough, if you love your family, if you want more out of your life, I'm telling you right now, you need to become an entrepreneur. You need to give up that 9-to-5 job that's paying you hourly, trading your time for money, and start trading your time for results. Because the more results you see, the more money you're going to be able to make. So hopefully this video cleared some things up for you. Hopefully this kind of opened up your mind to new possibilities, to new ideas. Don't just think that a 9-to-5 job is all that is out there for you. In today's economy, in today's world, you can do anything online. You can make more money online right now than ever before. And like I said, if you don't know what to do, if you need help, if you need ideas, make sure you watch some of my other videos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so that you don't miss any of the videos that I release. I put out videos every single day talking about new ways to make money, different tips to help you make money and be more efficient, and ways to be a better entrepreneur. So if that's what you want, that's what I can provide. So again, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next video.